You're listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast with Angela Henderson, episode 148. Hey there, you're listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast. My name is Angela Henderson, and on this show, we talk about improving your business, life, or both by having amazing and rich conversations with brilliant guests who will inspire you and who will give you tips and tricks to help you grow both in life and in business. Well, hey there, and welcome back to another awesome episode of the Business and Life Conversations podcast. I'm your host, Ange, from Angela Henderson Consulting, where I'm an international award-winning business consultant and coach who has helped thousands of amazing women business owners get all the pieces in place to have consistent 4- and 5-figure months, and then on to 6- and 7+ figure years without burning out in the process. Today's podcast episode, it is just me and you hanging out and having a very important conversation about what you think of me is not my business. This podcast has been created off of a post I popped inside my Facebook community, the Women in Business Collaborative with Angela Henderson, and equally because it was super popular over on my Instagram handle at Angela Henderson Consulting. Follow me over there if you're not already. And I thought whenever I see this engagement on particular posts, it's normally a sign for me that this message needs to be shared with further people. This message has the capacity to help more people. And that is why I wanted to create this podcast episode about what you think of me is not my business. Because the sooner you hear this information that I'm about to share with you, the sooner you'll be able to strengthen your own mindset around the bullshit that I personally have gone through. You see, over the past few weeks, I've received 2 pretty shitty and very passive-aggressive messages from people within my community. And when I say passive-aggressive, shitty messages, I'm talking about the ones that just suck big, hairy-ass monkey balls. The ones that leave you feeling flat, like really flat. And yes, we all feel flat at times. Why? Because we're human beings. All right. People sometimes think that Angela Henderson doesn't have feelings, but yes, I actually have feelings. In fact, sometimes I can feel too much, but that's a whole nother podcast episode for another time. So after getting these shitty ass messages, I was able to quickly identify that this wasn't about me. This, in fact, was about the other person, their own insecurities, their own jealousies. Over the years, I've had to work hard on building a strong mindset and letting bullshit like this leave me. It used to eat me up for days. I used to question everything about my business and about me. Every negative comment, every negative statement, I felt like someone was out to get me. But thank goodness I learned early on in my business career that this was not the case. In fact, I realized that not all people who are jealous or have their own insecurities are in fact bad people, but rather they're working through their own shit. So I wanted to share with you, if you've never had to deal with this, 5 things you can do to take the high road and keep kicking ass in your business when the trolls, the bullies, the jealousy monsters start to come knocking at your door, because it's just a matter of time before they do. Strategy number 1, empathize with the person. You might be thinking, has Ange lost her mind? No, I haven't. Number 1, empathize with the person. We never, ever fully know what might be going on in a person's life, so give them the benefit of the doubt. Their grandmother could have died. Their cat could have died. They could have just been diagnosed with depression. We never know, so empathy is number 1. Number 2 tip, don't take it personally. Though it might feel like shit and it's okay to feel, we have the right to feel these feelings. Know that this is not about you, but about them. So feel the feels and move on. Number 3, run your own race. Keep doing you. Keep showing up and supporting the people in your world that need you, that want to grow from you. You are here to make a difference. So go and kick some serious ass. Continue to run your own race. Tip number 4, limit your interaction and remove these people from your world. As I would say, ain't nobody got time for toxicity. So there may come a time that your kindness and your empathy and not taking it personally just isn't cutting it. And it might come time that you got to limit your interactions and remove these people from your life. And that is okay. It is safe for this to happen. This could be removing family and friends from your primary Facebook page that you might have, removing people from your Facebook groups, unfollowing them, unliking them, or not inviting these people to your events, just to name a few. Number 5, silence with a smile. Sometimes the best thing you can do is nothing. Don't fuel the fire. Let them say what they need to say and just simply say, okay. This isn't always easy, but silence can confuse people, especially when they aren't expecting you to just do nothing and they're actually looking for a reaction. We don't always have to be right. This is something that has taken me years to learn. So silence with a smile is tip number 5. You see, the bigger your business and audience gets, just know that this type of shit will happen. Sorry to break it to you. There will be more people who feel jealous of your success, of your wins, of where you're going and where they're not. More people will want to troll you. More people, for example, who don't like me because I eat Nutella from a jar and they don't appreciate my fast-talking Canadian accent. Well, that's not my business to worry about. And remember, what your community think of you is not your business either. Keep kicking ass. Keep showing up. Keep being you, because the world needs more of you in their life. My team and I will be putting together the show notes for this episode at angelahenderson.com.au. Have a fabulous day, you amazing human, no matter where you are in the world. And I look forward to you joining me again next week for another amazing episode of the Business and Life Conversations podcast. I hope this episode got you thinking about and preparing you and strengthening that muscle so that when you have to deal with some of these individuals, to which you will be able to deal with them. Because remember, what you think of me is not my business. Thanks for listening to the Business and Life Conversations podcast with Angela Henderson. www.angelahenderson.com.au